Hey guys, welcome back to Carbaholic Does Keto. Stacy has made it 38 weeks. So this video actually encapsulates 37 and 38. Because as you guys know, last week we didn't put out one of these because we gave you a chaffle video instead.
Which is what I was doing all day today.
That's right, working on no more chaffle recipes, which is exciting. We had a really busy weekend. We went to a football game yesterday and we were gone all day. But Stacy's team won.
They did.
So she was pretty happy. And then she had the nerve to root against mine today. Because she didn't pick them to win. For her fantasy football stuff.
You know, I like the Lions well enough.
Uh-huh. Not well enough.
But they weren't going to beat the Chiefs.
They almost did. It was close. So, not quite exactly 9 months. Because technically Tuesday would be 9 months for you. Because that's the 1st of October.
Close enough.
But I mean, we're days. We're days. And we got some pretty cool stuff to share with you guys.
I would also like to point out that we did do the football game yesterday, which, as you might know if you go to any sporting events, that the stadium concessions are full of, almost said carbonated, they're full of carbohydrated. Sugar. She's trying to say sugar, but she's trying to use the long word. Full of the food that you should not eat if you follow keto.
But we'll get to that in a second. Let's just first of all talk about our numbers.
Okay, so January 1st is when I started. I started at 293.2 pounds. As of today, I'm up a little from my lowest. It's 223.4, so that's about 70 pounds lost. I was at 221.6, which was 72-ish pounds. Been struggling the last month. Actually, struggling the last 2 months, I noticed today. It was in the first part of July that I actually broke into the 220s. But I've been struggling a lot to get out of the 220s. It is what it is. Things will get better.
It'll get better.
Inches, though, as we said, we were going to start measuring our inches on a monthly basis and updating those. I am at a total loss overall of 33.8 inches, and that is measuring biceps, thighs, bust, chest, I guess, waist, and hips.
Okay, so I started December 15th, 2018, and I weighed in at 371. And as of this morning, I am at 259.0. So lost about 1.5 pounds, I think, since last week. A couple pounds, or I think 6 pounds actually since last month. So I'll take that. Total loss, 112 pounds for me. So inches in the last month, I've lost 4.3, which brings my total to 33.5 inches total, which is a little less than Stacy's. So together we've lost 182 pounds total since being on keto. And remember, I was a couple weeks ahead of Stacy. And together we've lost 67.3 inches. So that's like a whole other person, isn't it?
That could, considering what type of person you're talking about, it could be more than one person.
Yeah, it's crazy. 67.3. That's like almost 6 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Insane. So as you guys know, we also test on these Sundays, we also test our blood pressure, our glucose, and our ketones. Mm-hmm. And how's was yours today, Stacy?
So my blood pressure is back on track because for a little bit there it was a little higher for me.
Higher.
Like back to pre-keto blood pressures, even though I never really had a blood pressure problem. But I'm back down on 105/61, which is pretty much where I was hovering for quite some time. And then glucose is 95, which is pretty on track for me. And then ketones are 0.8. So it's higher than the last time, 2 weeks ago, which was 0.7. So
yeah. I mean,
I think a lot of it is just that, like what you said, is that my body has just learned how to use them. Mm-hmm. Either that or it's something to do with my struggle.
I think it could very well be something to do with your struggle.
I think that's probably what it is.
Good possibility.
Hopefully the struggle will be over soon.
It's really hard to say exactly as far as that. I mean, because, ketones are just sort of a thing to kind of keep track of. So when we originally started, your ketones were actually very, very high. Mm-hmm. And mine were actually the ones that were in like the 0.8s and stuff. Mm-hmm. And now it's kind of flipped.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
And just to clarify, when I say I've been struggling, it's a lot is stress.
Sure.
The last few months.
Then you were a stress eater.
Yeah,
and you've been struggling with that
it's stress
bit,
and it's a lot of experimenting, the chocolate experimenting, which is why I kind of stepped away from it a little bit this week until today. Like I haven't really messed around with experimenting with any this this week, just to try and like avoid some of that extra
calories, extra stuff,
sugar alternative.
Yeah, that is one of the things that they say, that if you're in a stall per se, that you might be eating too much of the sugar alternative stuff. So you can try cutting out some of that. So my blood pressure is 129/76, which I used to take medication in order to be able to accomplish that, and it was still a little higher than that. So obviously no medication, and super happy about that. My fasting glucose was 90 today. And my ketones were actually at 2.1.
Which is pretty awesome for you.
Yes. I mean, I
don't think you've ever had 2.1.
Oh, yeah, I have.
Have you?
Yeah. When we did some testing, so I've had 2.1. But
I don't remember.
I think my theory on that is because we ate a little bit later than normal yesterday. I think we actually had dinner at like 9:30 and 10 o'clock. Which on Saturdays usually we're pretty consistent with 7:38, I think. At the latest.
Dinner was late last night because of coming home from the football game.
Sure.
We stopped someplace.
Sure.
On a halfway point, I guess.
Yep, about halfway.
To have dinner, and we had steaks.
Yep, and they were pretty good. Not as good as home, but pretty good nevertheless.
It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, you liked your steak?
I was pleasantly surprised.
Stacy had steak and broccoli. I ended up getting just a ribeye with salad, and I had some beanless chili-ish. Picked out a lot of beans.
If you're local and you go to Benton Harbor, or you go through Benton Harbor in Michigan, definitely stop at the Texas Corral. It was at Pipestone Drive.
Yeah, it's actually probably one of the better. They have one here in Kalamazoo, but it's not nearly as good. For some reason, that one's a lot better. I don't know.
Yeah, that was good.
It was good.
Normally, I don't like ordering steaks when we go out because I'm spoiled by that one, and it was good. The broccoli was really good.
Broccoli was good too? Mm-hmm. No. They're doing something right when they get the sides right. Because, let's be honest, not a lot of focus usually goes into the sides. So, that is what our 9-month update looks like. We're going to throw some comparison videos up based on... I actually wore this shirt specifically with this intent because last summer... not last summer.
It was last summer.
I guess it's technically 2 summers ago now, isn't it? Aren't we past summer?
No, that
now?
was... Well, I mean
last summer's technically a few days ago.
2018 summer.
Yeah, the summer of 2018 when we were on our vacation.
In Maine.
I was wearing this out here, out in Maine, and I kind of filled it up a little bit better then. This one's a little baggy.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I have this shirt that...
Terrible shirt, too.
That
makes me
this
nauseous.
is the first time I'm wearing it, actually.
Wow.
And I got a little bit of extra room, even though I get really fat, still in the arms. I got a little extra room there, and it's it actually fits. And I don't know if it's a women's or a unisex, but it's an extra large, and it fits.
I don't think they make Kids on the Block shirts in unisex.
There are plenty of male fans for New Kids on the Block.
Yeah, if you're one of those male fans, please let us know that you exist out there, because I'm pretty sure they don't. They just go with their wives.
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Girlfriends.
No.
Something. Girlfriends get all hot and bothered, and the guys are there to cash in. So this week, what do we got coming out this week, Stacy?
So a while back, we before the truffle thing started, we actually filmed a chocolate chip cookie video recipe. Chocolate chip cookie recipe video. There we go. That's what I meant to say. And haven't gotten around to editing it yet. So I am planning on getting that edited and getting that out this week. hopefully in place of the Tuesday cookbook keto, because as you know, if you watched the last one, we are doing those alternating Tuesdays now.
Yep. Keep going.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
We just shot our last one last Friday. It was decent. I don't want to give anything away. But it was a fun time. Got to play some games, and I won. Just gave it away. As Stacey said, like usual.
Yep.
Like usual.
Pretty much. You were Nate.
So in addition, we cast a poll last week. We appreciate everyone taking the moment to vote for us. And let us know what you guys are most interested in. And it was kind of overwhelming. Like, you guys were just loving us and following us along, and just sets our hearts aflutter.
I've said it before, but it still is very humbling.
Oh, it is. Totally is.
That anybody even cares what comes out of our mouths.
Some people care a lot about what comes out of our mouths. And they leave us comments letting us know how much they hate it.
They do. Some people do not like our sense of humor.
No. And let us know. And that's okay. Everybody's entitled to that, and that's great.
Exactly.
But hopefully you guys really like it, because these probably don't draw as many viewers as our recipe videos. So hopefully you guys are into it, because you guys like who we are and all that stuff, and you genuinely care about how we're doing on keto and stuff, or trying to learn some stuff as we go along.
Speaking of learning,
hey, did you see that? We didn't even script that. Like, she knew that was a plug. I was setting it up, and then she actually, wow, it's like she's paying attention. Amazing. So speaking of learning, we are coming out with a 101 series on how we started keto. And the first one of those is what to do before you start keto.
and what keto is. Most of you already know.
Yes.
But for anybody that doesn't know, because we do have some people that follow that are more low carb.
Yeah, it's true. We do. Like, they're just looking for low carb recipes and stuff, and they like us and start watching us stuff. But
yep.
So be sure to look for that. We're gonna try to shoot one of those this week, and hopefully we'll have it out by the weekend. So be super excited about those. Those are gonna be a lot of fun. We've got a lot of information to share with you guys on those.
Mm-hmm. Information, personal experience.
Yes. So it's basically a mixture of our research combined with our experience and things that work.
Mostly his research.
Yeah.
I'm not the researcher.
It's true.
I just piggyback off of him.
And she's the tester, though. She just gets in there and starts trying out different recipe choppable stuff. So going back to our football game, as we promised. We did a couple, we've done a few of these travel vlogs, and they weren't super excited. Like, I think we did one for Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
I think we did that. Got some pretty cool shots of the Parthenon. I think I said it right. How about that?
You did say it right. Holy crap.
And just kind of some of those tips and tricks that we do. We've done a few of those, but this one we kind of kept it really simple. Stacey, I had a bulletproof coffee in the morning, and I just packed some meat sticks mostly.
Yeah. Put together a bag of meat sticks, and we had some little individual packs of Wisps. If you follow us on social media, you'll see that I posted last week that I found those at Walmart. They have a box of like 6 of them,
which is cool.
So that was cool. So we packed a couple of those and took a couple of Zip Fizzes with us.
Yep, drank those, because you can't really bring anything in there. It's like they have some like clear bag policy, and you can't bring any food or drink or anything. Not even water bottles, I don't think.
No bottles.
Yeah, nothing. So
we spent $9 on 2 bottles of water.
20-ounce bottles of water, which is all we bought there. But Stacey was talking about how painful it was for her to.
It was.
Yeah.
There were so many people that were walking. So
huge
my
pretzels, hot dogs.
My old thing before keto was pretzels. Yeah. Really, really big into pretzels. Like, dying on pretzels all day.
Yeah.
So people were walking by with these giant soft pretzels, and I just wanted to snatch them.
Yeah.
Or they'd have the, when you go and you get the plastic tray with the little well of nacho cheese and the corn chips, or
they have a helmet with nachos.
Yeah.
I noticed all of that too. I didn't have too much of a problem. That's because I smuggled in some meat sticks. And I let him sit.
Next thing I know, he's reaching and pulling a meat stick out of his pants. I started laughing.
I wanted to know if she wanted a bite.
But yeah, so we kept it keto.
We did.
We kept it keto. It's tough. It's hard for me when we go to those things. When we go to things where that stuff and people are walking, like when we've gone to the cons You know,
Yep.
the not the Grand Rapids, the Game of Thrones con, the Comic Con, and there's all that food just readily available.
The Gen Con.
What did I say?
The Comic Con, the Game of Thrones con.
Oh, I
Left
don't
the
know.
big one out.
We do have a Comic Con coming up though in November, Grand Rapids.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, for me, with those being like my major food group, it's kind of a struggle. The only thing that keeps me from doing that is the times I have overgone the fiber, and knowing the bloated and the feeling that I get from that, knowing that it's probably going to be 10 times worse if I eat that stuff.
Yeah, those are terrible. I don't really have too much. I mean, don't get me wrong. I notice people walking by with nachos and
it smells
pretzels.
So good. There were people that are getting chicken strips. Normally, I don't.
Yeah, chicken strips.
I could give a crap about chicken strips, but it just smelled so. And I think it was just because I was hungry.
Yeah, you were hungry because you didn't eat anything. I mean, that's the thing. Like, you know, the whole fasting and the process. Yeah, that doesn't count. Those things are.
I had Quest chips and I had the.
You didn't have anything
cheese
sizable.
Chips.
You didn't have a meal. Like you're going to work.
And I had the turkey sticks.
Yeah, the Nick sticks, you like those. And those are decent. But I don't know. I can't just snack away. Like, I need an actual meal. You know what I mean? And so that's why we stopped and got ourselves a steak. Because we kind of we deserved it after dealing with that and stuff. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably why she thought it was so good. Because it was actually real food rather than, like, you know, snack stuff.
And you can bet I noticed every single 20-ounce bottle of Coke that was walking by, too.
See, that was the funny thing is the Coke Pop used to be a big trigger for mine, and I didn't really pay too much attention. I mean, I saw people walking by with, you know, Pops, basically, but soda, whatever part of the country you're from.
It doesn't matter. I call it soda.
I mean, it's both.
But yeah, so that's it. That was a little bit of an internal mental struggle.
See, I didn't really see it as a struggle for me. That 2 weeks really must help me. I think it's probably a combination of just like that's your food group that you used to really eat.
Exactly, that's what I said. It was my main food group.
Yeah, I mean the hamburgers, the hot dogs, like I don't know, the hamburgers themselves. Like you go to these places, the hamburger's like $9. I'm not going to pay $9 for a processed piece of meat
that has fillers in it. Probably.
And it has fillers, and then throw everything else away. It's like no, I'm not going to do that. It's dumb. So anyway. That's, you know.
Same thing happens with concerts, too, when I go to concerts.
Sure. Or they pay $20 for a decent steak.
All the same food there. It's just, I don't know.
I mean,
it makes me, we'll just say, I guess it makes me miss it more at those points in time than I do, like, when I'm at home.
Well, because like when we restrict what we have here.
When we walked into the restaurant last night and you could smell the rolls. Oh my God, I about freaking hit the floor.
He specifically said we don't want those rolls because I know somebody would be chowing on them. I can't help it, I'm eating them. Because they also got the cinnamon butter, which is amazing, but I'm sure it's probably got sugar in it too.
Probably.
So yeah, but anyway, you know, that's the type of stuff. So even 9 months,
still struggle.
You can still struggle occasionally.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I don't struggle enough to where I fall off, but I definitely struggle with it.
That's okay.
Mentally.
You know, even if you do fall off, you know, just getting it back on the next meal.
Yeah, it's not.
Next day. It's not the end of the world. It's just I mean, and there's a lot of people that say you can have carbs in moderation, and it's actually good for your body to sugar system shock and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know that we're on that point yet.
No, I'm too scared to.
Yeah.
Because I don't want those intestinal issues.
No, they're not fun.
Having a lifetime of dealing with them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly.
I don't want them back.
Yep. So we did. My mom stopped by. She had a new phone, and so she stopped by this weekend. And we fed her some keto lasagna, and she made the mention that she'd be willing to move in with us so we could feed her keto so she could lose weight, which was really nice of her. Thanks, Mom.
I like that, you know, she ordered the Dash mini waffle maker.
Oh, right.
And still hasn't
used it yet.
It.
No, she wants to. I think she will. It's just, you know, she had surgery on her knee and stuff, and I think that's part of it. But she started work again this week, so maybe next week. We'll see. All right, guys. Well, that is it for us. We've been rambling on here a little bit. So If you're not already a subscriber, please click the subscribe button here down here somewhere. I think it's down here, right? Yeah, that's all right. And if you could give us the thumbs up on the video, it definitely helps us a ton. Get this video out to more people. YouTube likes that for some reason. Hey. And until next time.
Stay keto.
See you guys.